Well, good evening everyone, and welcome to this call. It gives me a very great pleasure to introduce you to Mr. Simon Hatherall of Tandem 28, and tonight he has an amazing offer available for our small businesses. Welcome to the call, Simon.
Thanks, Jeanette. Thanks for having me on the webinar. Love to share a bit of information about a competition that we're running as part of our launch to help Lyoness merchants in particular. Before we get to that, there's a bit of background I'd like to go through as to why what we're going to talk about with these videos is relevant and necessary. So as you can see here on this slide, I've started off by saying, so you think you're an offline business? Well, there's three massive online trends that are killing your marketing efforts. First of these is what's being called the ROBO effect, and this is where people are researching online before they buy offline. Online video advertising is booming and online reviews are exploding. Now, I will spend a little bit of time just going through each of these before we get to the details of the competition, but rest assured we will get to those competition details. So the first of these is the ROBO effect. This is where we're researching online and buying offline. And according to Google, 2 out of every 3 offline purchases are now researched online in the United States. And what's making this far more important is the access that we have with our mobile devices. And in fact, 1/3 of all mobile searches are now local. And that's a staggering figure. And it makes the I want to go to and I want to buy and near me moments extremely important for us as business owners, because these mobile moments are leading to offline action where people are visiting in store or making a purchase. And in fact, Google have found that 50% of these searches lead to people visiting a store within a day, and 18% of all of these searches actually lead to a purchase. Now, as a small business owner, you need to make sure you're taking advantage of these trends or positioned to take advantage of these trends. So what it means is that it's absolutely essential that we have an effective online presence, or a digital footprint as I call it. Because people searching online have what? They've got something in common. Any thoughts?
Intent to buy.
Oh, fantastic. You're absolutely right, Jeanette. They have buying intent. And what that means is that we've got targeted visitors which will lead to more sales. There was a famous marketer called Gary Halbert who used to run a competition with his students where he would talk about a hamburger contest. And if we were going to open a hamburger store, he would give them an advantage. And they were able to choose their advantage first. And most of them would say something like position or the best ingredients or whatever. And his simple response was, I'd just like a starving crowd. And what you're seeing in front of you with this searching online before buying offline, that's your starving crowd. And that's what we need to make sure that we're attracting. So when it comes to our digital footprint, what does it need? High engagement content. And the reason for that are the search engines. They love high engagement content. And in reality, it's actually looking more like that now, because we have not only the obvious search engines like Google, we also have local directories, and we have all of the social media as well. High engagement content is exactly that. It retains our attention. We stay on those pages or videos or whatever for longer. It makes it far more relevant when these things are looking in search engines. And the importance of that is it makes it far easier for these guys, your customers, to find you. And then the role of our high engagement content is to immediately grab your potential customers' attention and then compel them to actually buy from you. So when we're talking about grabbing attention, I'd like you to have a look at this next image and tell me what captures your attention, what catches your eye.
Well, I immediately look straight down to where they've got video. And I also look over now to see how many stars the merchant has.
Yes, fantastic. So this is what I'm referring to as the digital footprint. And in this case, this is actually a very good digital footprint. And the reason for it is when you look through here, everything that you see on this page is related to Foodworks Oxley, which is what the search was about. So when people were searching for this, and that they find nothing but Foodworks Oxley, so there's no competitors on there, and that's not always the case, and we'll see an example of that later. But you're right. It's the videos down here that capture our attention, and also the star ratings. Hammer the point. There was a study done, an eye tracking study, and they looked at random searches and looked at what people actually responded to. And you can see here that the person's focus was clearly on the video that came up on that screen. So again, it's videos and images that capture our attention, and they're really important as part of this dealing with this ROBO effect. So let's move on to the power of video marketing, which was the second trend that we were talking about. It positions you as a market leader, and you'll see later on the expert style videos and how they achieve that. We've already mentioned search engines. They love this high engagement content, and it's very important as well with your social media. And in fact, Bruce Clay, who has been in the search engine business since pre-Google, believe it or not, he is known to say in a report where he said video has changed everything as far as search engines are concerned. If your competition has a video and you don't, the competition wins, and it's as simple as that.
Wow.
So that's all great, but what's the actual impact on our customers of a sales video? 73% of them are more likely to purchase, but not only that, they find you more trustworthy. It leaves a positive impression of your business. They find you more engaged with them, and generally it just helps them with making a purchase decision. But on top of that, video viewers are 1.7 times more likely to buy from you.
Simon, these statistics are so compelling, and it's really important for merchants to understand the impact, isn't it?
Absolutely, yeah. This is what's going on out there. This is what your potential customers are doing. They're going online, they're responding to video. We need to be aware of it, and we need to deal with it, because if they don't come to us and other people have got this, they're going to be going to your competitors. I'm not saying that this is the only element of your marketing strategy, but it's certainly becoming a very critical one. And again, mobile devices are making it far easier for people to do this research and find businesses that and products that are going to meet their needs that they're looking for. So some quick facts on the volumes of online video. There's going to be 1.2 billion online videos watched today just in the United States, and 55% of all consumer internet traffic this year is going to be video. And that's important in total, but as a percentage of all video consumption, online video advertising in July 2010 was around about 10%. By March 2014 it was 38%. So it had gone from nearly 10% to 38% in less than 4 years. Some staggering growth. And what that actually means is that there are over 450 million sales videos being watched every single day. And that's just in the United States. And then if we look at the actual advertising spend on online video, in 2014 in the United States, there was $4.4 billion spent on online video advertising. By the end of this year, they expect that to have been $9 billion. That's an average annual growth rate of 44%, and I'm not suggesting that it's going to grow at 44%, but what you also should realise is the previous volume that I showed of online sales videos was up until 2014, and unfortunately I haven't got more recent statistics on that, but this growth in advertising spend has continued past 2014. So clearly the volume of online video is just, or sales video in particular, is just growing astronomically.
Skyrocketing, wow.
And there's only one reason that all of that's happening, and it's clearly it's working. People don't throw that sort of money at something if they're not getting a return on it. So again, for our merchants, you need to be thinking, what are you doing in these areas? Are you addressing these areas? Because it's becoming really, really important. And finally, to deal with video, it's been shown to be 600% more effective than print and direct mail combined, which again is a staggering statistic. So now that we've dealt with video, let's move on and have a look at what's happening with reviews. Within the search engines, Google, going back a few years, merged all of the business websites with over 80 million plus Google Plus pages, and a simple search now enables you to find the reputation of any business. And here's an example of what I'm talking about. So this is a business in Brisbane. If we did that search, this is what would come up. And you can see here, there's the search up the top there, and you can see over to the right here, they've got some reviews on there. But there is one problem when we look at this digital footprint compared to the one that we saw before for Foodworks Oxley. Down the bottom here, we can see that there is actually a different butcher shop. It's in Stones Corner, but it's not Brisbane Bulk Meats. And I'll just clarify one thing, the Rock and Roll Butcher is actually Brisbane Bulk Meats. So here we've got what I'll call an interloper who's managed to get onto that page, partly because they've got reviews in search engines. So you can see just down there, they've got some reviews on a search engine which happens to be a local directory. So the importance of reviews are they're being used in Google Maps, as you can see, local directories. They influence SEO rankings heavily, and they're now starting to be, reviews are now becoming a big part of social media as well. So they are a part of our life, and the facts are reviews are now a major part of online marketing. So again, what are we doing within our own businesses to hop in front of these trends?
I know I use reviews myself, Simon, to find out what other people think about a business that I'm about to, spend money in. I want to know that it's worthwhile.
And I'm the same. When it comes to reviews, the star rating is the most important factor. When we're looking at the percentage of consumers that will consider using your business based on your star rating. If you're a 5-star rated business, so if they find your reviews online and you're 5-star rated, everybody's going to consider doing business with you. No great surprises there. When you get to 4-star, it drops down to about 94%, and that's not unexpected. And the good thing out of that is nobody's expecting us to be perfect, or most people aren't. But at 3-star, only 57% of people would actually consider doing business with you when they're searching. So yeah, that's a dramatic impact on you. And I'd like you to remember that, because I'm going to show you something shortly around that, and then from there it just gets worse. You really don't want to be 2 or 1-star. And the expert videos and review videos that you're going to see later in the presentation as part of the competition, they deal as position us to deal with this perfectly. And here's where there's a bit of a sting in the tail. Remember the 3-star rating that we talked about? What percentage of consumers would consider doing business with you at that level?
57%, I think.
Well done. This business here, you can see a search for this particular business has come back, and they have 36 votes and have rated a 3-star on that. So 43% of people who did this search, on average, wouldn't consider doing business with this company. And the sad thing about that is I happen to know that this company's been in business for about 30 years, and they actually have a folder full of testimonials and glowing testimonials about what a good job they've done over those 30 years, but they haven't shared it with where people are now looking for them. Yeah, here's a study that was done at highest star ratings. So it's not just people considering doing business with you, they actually drive higher profits. There was a study done out of the University of California in Berkeley. They looked at 328 eateries in the San Francisco area, and the key thing they were looking at is the opportunity or the probability of them booking out during peak dining hours. A 3-star business had a 13% chance of booking out in their peak dining hours. If that increased to 3.5 stars, that jumped to a 34% chance. And at 4 stars, it jumps to 53%. Now, that's a dramatic improvement in your probability. In fact, going from 3 to 3.5 stars makes it 2.5 times more likely that you're going to book out during peak dining hours. And then going from 3.5 to 4, 1.5 times more likely again that you would book out during your peak dining hours.
Wow.
And overall, that's 4 times more likely. So without going into details of margins and all that, you can basically say you're 4 times more profitable during those periods.
Yeah.
Just through your star rating as the driver. And that study was normalised for all of the other things that could have had an impact. So again, star rating, not only does it drive consideration, but it actually drives profitability.
Excellent.
So I have to ask the question, what's generally considered the best way to generate business?
Well, your marketing, and usually that's word of mouth.
Yeah. Fantastic.
Referrals, yeah.
Yep. Word of mouth referrals, that's always considered to be the best way. The Nielsen Group do a global trust in advertising study, and their last report was in September of last year, and they look at the level of trust that different forms of advertising have. No surprise, the highest level of trust is from recommendations from people I know, which is word of mouth and referrals. It's then branded websites, consumer opinions posted online, which are the reviews that we've just been talking about. Then you've got editorial content in newspapers, TV ads, newspaper ads, then it drops off even further to things like radio advertising and billboards, etc. But what I'd like to bring your attention back to is the expert and review videos that you'll see. They are highly regarded from a trust point of view, and those expert videos position us perfectly to take advantage of this high level of trust in those areas, because they are posted online and on your website. And what we also know is that 87% of people actually go online after getting a personal recommendation. So you might be referring somebody to a business, and nowadays 87% of them are going to go, okay, I better go and find out some information about that. And again, it's your mobile devices that are making that a lot easier for people to do. So when it comes to the importance of online reviews, some other information that's of importance to us, 80% of people will trust online reviews as much as personal recommendations, which I find staggering given that most of those people you don't even know. So that's the level of trust that they're starting to develop. 92% of consumers now read online reviews. Now, just out of those two things, your potential customers trust reviews, and they're actually, 92% of them are actually going online looking for them. They want reviews. They're using them to help them make a decision. It's absolutely vital that we're doing something to provide this information to them. And just to really hit home with this, the impact of positive reviews, 68% of people will trust the local business more after reading a positive review, and 80% will actually contact the business after having that positive review.
The thing I'm seeing here also, Simon, it's very important for us as shoppers to be conscientious about writing a good review if we've had a good experience with a Lyoness merchant, to support them.
Absolutely. Reviews are absolutely important for people wanting them. We have an obligation for our businesses that are doing a good job of actually giving them those good reviews to help that process. So I just want to make one more distinction between referrals and reviews, and I'm not saying to anybody drop your referrals, because they're absolutely an essential part of your business, but referrals are one-to-one, or they're one-to-few at best, and as we just said, 87% of people are now going online looking for information after getting that referral anyway. So the review and expert videos, as you saw in that previous study, they're approaching word of mouth as far as trust is concerned, and they're one-to-many. So once you've got these reviews online, lots of people can see them at the same time. And the beauty of that is they're working 24/7 for you. And reviews have a significant impact on whether people trust your business, as we've said, but just to really finalise that, there's an analysis was done of over 1 million shopping cart transactions. Having no testimonials, one testimonial was far better than none, which is a bit of a no-brainer. But when it was compared to one testimonial, what do you think happened with 2 testimonials?
You would think it would improve.
You'd think so, but it actually didn't. The conversion rate actually decreased by 13.6%. And it didn't get any better with 3 or 4 testimonials, because it decreased again.
Oh, people must think it's family members.
Partly. So when we get to 5 testimonials, what do you think might have happened?
Oh, I hope you're going to say it increases.
Absolutely,
yes.
Spot on. It increased compared to 1 testimonial, it increased conversions by 21.6%. And what you touched on there with the 2, 3 and 4 about family, the read out of this is that if you've got 1, fantastic. If you've got 2, 3 or 4, it's like maybe you're a tryhard and maybe they're not real, but once you get to 5 and more, it's now starting to become a thing of, well, you must have a whole bag full of them.
Yep. They must be genuine.
Exactly.
Yeah.
And then the other thing that I should mention here briefly, it's important that reviews are fresh. So once reviews start to get past 6 months, people are starting to go, yeah, I'm not really interested in that one anymore. It's been concluded that to be trusted, your business needs at least 6 5-star reviews. So the competition that we're talking about, it's for Lyoness merchants only. It's running until the end of August. It'll expire, the offer will expire on the midnight on the 31st of August. 12-month online video marketing package valued in excess of $25,000, the prize. And now this is part of Tandem 28's launch phase. And I have to point out clearly that Lyoness aren't responsible for any of the details in this presentation or for the fulfillment of the competition prizes. And just a funny little aside, you can see on the bottom left that I actually have to black out the image as a still shot. and that's to do with our royalties. It's a bit of an unusual one. We're allowed to use their image in a video, but we're not allowed to use it in a still shot. So the package contains 12 videos. There's 9 of the review style videos and 3 expert style videos, and we'll explain those shortly. So it'll look something like this. You can see here I've placed some expert videos, so you'll get 3 of those through the course of the year. Sometimes it's seasonality that may dictate when you want, because you may have something in your business that's important at a particular time. And then these review style videos will be scattered around in and around those expert videos. And the important thing about these are these videos will be posted to your website, your social media, and I've included YouTube there separately because what you saw in the FoodWorks Oxley digital footprint, you could see those videos popping up on their YouTube page. And all of these are 100% original and unique, and that is really, really important because it makes you more relevant as far as search engines are concerned. So every time you're posting a new video to your website, to social media, to everywhere else, you're becoming far more relevant as far as the search engines are concerned and more likely to be found by your potential customers. So let's have a look at the videos that make up this package. Here's an example of the review style video.
We all appreciate great service. That's why we work so hard to give everyone the very best. And nothing is more rewarding than receiving a glowing review from someone we've made very happy with our service. Here's what they had to say.
After a "my lunch is in the backseat of your car, Mum" phone call from my son David at Oxley State School at first break, I made a panicked phone call to David at FoodWorks Oxley. Within minutes, he was packing a lunchbox and organising delivery of it to the school. FoodWorks Oxley really do go above and beyond for their customers. They saved the day for me. Thanks, guys. A very thankful mum.
You shouldn't settle for anything but the best, and we would love the chance to show you why we receive such amazing reviews. So thank you for visiting us today. We look forward to hearing from you soon. Contact us today and let us give you the same amazing service.
What you see here, all of these videos end with this call to action. So all of the details for the business are there, how to contact them, phone, their website address, and here you can see they've got a call in to see our specials. That is all customised to suit whatever particular business it is that we're talking about. Your potential customers are getting a constant reminder of your 5-star rating as well, and that's the idea of it. The part where you saw the iPad, that can be replaced by a video testimonial if you have those. But the thing I really want to point out here is the story that was told in there, where a boy forgot his lunch. It's a fantastic story, and there are lots and lots of businesses out there that have similar stories, but by and large we're not very good at actually letting people know about that. And those things are so important when people are trying to make decisions about where they'd like to go to acquire particular services or products. I will move on now to the expert style. Now, these are aimed at giving the business owner the opportunity to position themselves as an expert and provide tips into why people would want to, or in a particular industry, why they would want, what things they need to consider if they're looking for a good practitioner in a certain area. I'm not going to play all of this, you get a feel for it.
When it comes to finding a great dentist today, it's not easy. With so many choices in your community, how do you find the best dentist for your family? We caught up with a local dental expert to find their insights on what to look for when finding a great dentist, so you can keep your pearly whites shining bright.
I'm frequently asked, how do you find a dentist? You know, for most...
I'm not going to take you through all of that. Just make a quick comment here that that's an audio version where you see a photo of the gentleman. That can be replaced with a video, and then you can have that map. The location map can be there or not, so you can have it as a full screen. And what he goes through here, you'll see, I'll just slide through it quickly. So he goes through the tips as what you would need to consider, or what you should be considering when you're looking for a dentist. Now, it could be...
Number 2 would be technical.
That's his first tip. There's your second. Goes through a third tip, talks about it, and then it crosses back to the studio. You can see there, So I'll just scroll through quickly, and then again it ends with the call to action slide. So you can see how to get in contact with him. It's a 5-star reminder. It's got his website and everything there again. Now, what you can see there is by having that TV style cross, the idea is to make it look like you're being interviewed for a TV show, because again, that's going to generate some authority and credibility for you. So that's the style of the videos. So getting back to how you get into the competition, you have to be a Lyoness merchant. You have to be registered for the business-to-business program. For this offer, the pricing is on an 11% business-to-business discount, and it is only for this competition, except where there are some exceptions, and I'll point those out as we go through it. There are 2 prize pools. The first one, you buy one of the testimonial videos by the 31st of August. You'll be entered into the draw to win a 12-month video package upgrade. So you buy one video, and that full suite of 9 review videos and 3 expert videos, you're in the draw to win one of those. Business-to-business discount of 11% is only for this offer. Now, one of the conditions as well, I'll be looking for the 3 referrals and a testimonial, because I'm going to be using that as part of my launch, and also to start building my digital footprint as well. The second prize pool is if you purchase a 12-month video package. Those merchants will be entered into a separate draw to win a 12-month video package, and if you've got multiple businesses, you could use that in your second business. But that, by being in your own separate pool, the chances of winning that draw and getting that package for nothing is higher, or should be higher, I would expect. There is one caveat on that. There have to be 10 packages for the separate draw, otherwise they'll just be part of pool 1. The business-to-business discount for anyone in this pool is lifetime on all future purchases of anything with Tandem 28, and again, referrals and testimonial. So now that you've seen the quality of the videos and the style of the videos, any idea as to what they may cost?
I have no idea.
That's fine, I understand that. The things that you'd need to take into consideration, you'd have to get a professional spokesmodel, there's royalties, there's a Hollywood-style studio, videographers, makeup artists, animators. It's got to be optimized. In total, you'd be looking at around about $3,600. It's possible that you may be able to get some of those things a little bit cheaper, but it's going to be in that sort of a ballpark. But for this launch phase and for the Lyoness merchants in this competition, the production costs, Tandem 28 are going to pick those up on your behalf. So in this competition, the cost of a video will be $340 plus GST.
Wow.
So that's what it's value, and it gets even better, as you'll see just shortly. So for prize pool 1, you're purchasing one video by the end of August. You get your 11% business-to-business discount, which is 5% cashback and 5 shopping points per $150. So the cost, as we just said, is $340 plus GST, and the video is valued at in excess of $2,500. I've used that figure just in case some people thought that they could get it cheaper than the $3,600. So with your business-to-business discount, you get your cash back. Shopping point for deals, those shopping points are going to be worth $7.52. You're going to generate 11.33 shopping points, so there's $85 back there. Your Easy Shopping Plus, you get recash on those shopping points, and you will also generate units, and one video at that price would generate 0.23 of a unit, and if it only gets through to the BC1 level, that would generate another $173 for you with time. It's tax deductible. So when you put all of that together, the net cost would be minus $49, which actually means it's going to put $49 into you.
Oh, well done. Yep.
So that's where what I like to call the magic of Easy Shop Plus and the business-to-business discount at 11%.
Excellent.
It's a fantastic opportunity for everybody. So that's how that one looks, and the good thing there is you've now got some online video marketing that's going to help drive more customers to your business as well. So if we look at the 12-month video package, the 11% discount is a lifetime benefit. I won't go through it step by step, but you do get 136 shopping points for that. It would cost $4,080 and it's a $25,000 package. 136 shopping points and 2.72 units that would be generated through that purchase. It's tax deductible again, and so the net cost here is it's now $592 in your pocket with time. And on top of that, you've now got a comprehensive online video marketing package that's going to help drive more customers to your business and help build this digital footprint that we keep talking about. So just jumping forward, one thing I don't know and can't guarantee is that the 11% discount, business-to-business discount, will be there in the future. And the impact of the 11% you can see here. I won't go through all of the detail of it, but you can see quite clearly on one video, if we drop it down to an 8% discount, it would actually be $88 additional cost to you. 6%, it's $143, so they would actually cost you some money even after those benefits that we just talked about, and similarly 12. That's just to let you know that this 11% is really something special for you. So now that you've seen what the competition, what you can win, we just need to remind ourselves, why are these important? Well, there's 3 massive online trends that could be killing your marketing efforts. People are researching online and buying offline. Mobile devices are making it so much easier for them to do it. Your digital footprint is vital. Online video advertising and online reviews are absolutely a crucial part of that digital footprint to be effective, because it captures people's attention. Search engines love it. And the review and expert videos that we just showed you position you perfectly to take advantage of these trends and get more customers to your business. So the choice is yours. You can take advantage of the special launch competition and jump on the tsunami of online video advertising and be thriving and vibrant. There's 2 ways: prize pool 1, net cost of $49 in your pocket, and prize pool 2, a net cost of minus $592 into your pocket, with the chance of winning a 12-month video package upgrade. How to enter? If you go to this link, you will find a website. It takes you to this landing page. All of the information is there. You can contact me directly on those contact details are on that website as well. There's also an opt-in form where you can contact us and let me know that you're interested, and then we can get started from there. One other thing you'll find on that page as well is we have actually done a free report. This report will actually score you on the critical things that we've just been talking about with your digital footprint, how easy it is for people to find you in relevant directories. Do you have good reviews? Do you have video? So it's going to give you a score based on all of those things, let you know about negative reviews. It'll also look at how recent your reviews are, and then for each one of those there's a further breakdown of the detail as to why or where you may be lacking or where you're doing a good job. Most businesses aren't particularly good at this, and it's becoming increasingly important. So I'll leave it at that.
Look, Simon, I love what you're doing. I think having had a small business myself, I would have jumped at this, and I love it that you've got that free report. To me, that's gold, and I just congratulate you. I'll certainly be speaking to my SMEs in my business about this wonderful opportunity that you're presenting. So thank you very much.
Thank you, Jeanette. Thanks for the opportunity to present the information and help with the launch. And I look forward to speaking to some of the Lyoness merchants and helping them build this digital footprint.
Fantastic. Thank you, Simon.
Thank you.
All the best.
Thank you. Bye.